It's Megan Rose from the Philippines. Welcome to the 355th episode of Gantsilyera, a show and tell of crochet and craft related items. Today is January 14, 2022. It's a Friday. So the kids have no school today up until the 21st because our mayor has announced that we will have a health break within a week. He wanted the parents, the students, and the teachers to have a rest within the coming week, because the cases has gone up again within our area, specifically here in Manila. Um, so he wanted the teachers and all of us to have a health break. Um, People has been getting sick. I may have told you that last December I also got sick with the flu, and my mama and other people here within our area. So it's good to know that we will have that week to rest. I have a separate video showing you guys my other project that I finished. It is the elephant amigurumi using velvet yarn that I bought from Everson. It has been sitting on my drawer for a while, but I'm quite happy to finish it, and when Sophie saw it, she claimed it for herself. So the other day, I made a video showing that to you guys, so please do check that out. I also was able to make the elephant called Georgie, a shirt that is specifically made for him. So the measurements are suited for that elephant. And I already had given that to Sophie. And that is going to be on another clip. Hello everyone. So I'm taking the privilege to make a video tonight. It's 7 p.m. and it's just January 11, 2022. It's a Tuesday. I wanted to show you this one item that I finished today because a while ago when Sophie saw it, she claimed it for herself. So it is this elephant here using the velvet yarn from Tabora. It has been sitting on my drawer for a while now, and it's just this past days that I decided to finish it. So as you can see, the feet turned out quite big, but I still put them here, and his arms turned out quite long because I wanted it to be in the front of the body. And as you can see, he is wearing this shirt here, which is originally from Dupi. Dupi is my other amigurumi that I own for myself, and the yarn for this is from the yarn that Miss Jan gifted me for about 8 years ago. It has been one of the very first yarns that she gifted me, and this Dupi is one of the very first amigurumis that I worked on. So Sophie immediately took off Dupi's shirt and put it on what they calling now as Georgie or George. So he put the shirt on Georgie, and so I put the other shirt for Dupi, the very first one that I made him. And so I'm just gonna show you very briefly. A while ago, I was also able to sew in his floppy ears. So you can see he has some floppy ears. It's not doubled in any way. And I just wanted it to droop like that. And he also has those blushes there, as you can see. And those are from a kit that Miss John gifted me. And also his trunk, I was able to whip up. And inside the trunk, I have put some pipe cleaner so that it will bend. It will have that bend on it. Just a while ago, I was able to put the lip part on him. I was deciding whether to put it or not, but then I decided to just put it. I made a different one that is kind of thicker, but this one is thinner, so I decided just to put this one instead. So that is Georgie the Elephant, and I just want to show you when he doesn't have a shirt on him. Since Sophie wanted this for herself, I'm deciding whether to make a shirt for it. especially made for this elephant. She also has put that headband, hairband there. So her arms or his arms supposed to be on the front part, and I'm supposed to put a tail on him. So I'm quite happy on how he turned out. And so I'm showing him to you now because I'm gonna give this to Sophie tomorrow morning. I just promised her that I would make a video and then give this to her tomorrow. Hi everyone, so I just want to show you this project of mine that I whipped up this morning. So I made a shirt for Georgie. So we put on him the other shirt that is supposed to be for Doopy, so it's not the same type of shirt. So I customized a shirt especially for him because Doopy's hands are at the side and Georgie's hands or arms are in the front. So it has a different sleeve hole to it. So this is how it looks like when he has a shirt on. I just whip it up. I think I should put more rows at the bottom to make it lengthier or longer. But it has some buttons to it that I sewed a while ago. So the whole of his sleeves are in front because I put his arms in front. So this is using a variegated yarn from Elf Nuts, and I have used about 1 1/3 of 215-gram balls for this. So I started from the bottom, which is a half double crochet, and then I went up a few rows of double crochet, and then I whipped up the whole parts for the sleeves and just made some few rows of different stitches to acquire the shape. So now that he has this shirt specifically made for him, I can give him to Sophie later. So I wanted to make this because I'm gonna give this to her, and I just would like to make a shirt for him. So that is Georgie the Elephant. Another ongoing project that I have been working on is an order from my cousin's wife. Her daughter-in-law gave birth to their first apple, and so she gave birth last May, and on May we're gonna have his christening along with his birthday. So she asked me to make some Doraemon keychains. So this is my prototype. This is how it turned out. And as you can see, the eyes is made out of felt cloth, and the eyes has the chalk beads on it. He's supposed to have a bigger red nose, so I'm gonna try to buy a bigger chalk beads red beads for the nose. And he's supposed to have a chain, a red necklace running along his neck with a bell on it. But I think I wouldn't be able to find the necessary bell for this, so I'm just going to incorporate another type, maybe a yellow chalk beads to it. So this is how it turned out. He's just quite small, and I wanted him to be this small because he's gonna be a keychain or maybe a backpack buddy. I learned that term from Miss Terri. Um, she puts on a different type of keyring of some sort on top of the head and uses it as a decoration for a backpack. So this is my prototype, although I think I should make the felt cloth much more smaller. But it's okay, this is just my first try. And since I have jotted down notes for this, I was able to have it as a reference for the future one since I needed to make 50 pieces of this. So I was able to make 6 heads already. And but I needed to buy fiber fill still. so that I can work on the rest of it. So this is how it looks like. You can see that connection there, but it's okay. It's gonna be covered with the felt cloth eye. That's how it looks like. And I also have jotted down the notes for the body, which acquires that color work there with the white and the blue. So that is the Rayman. And since I already know how to work on the face and jotted down notes, I was able to make several of those face with the white yarn. So I bought some white yarn from Tabora. And this just needs to be continued on with the blue parts of it. Although I think my project is gonna be in a halt or will be stopped because I needed to buy the fiber fill. And we are still in level 3 here in Manila. So I don't know if I can go to Tabora maybe next week if everything clears up, I hope. So along with, I'm trying not to capture the song from the radio. So another thing that I whipped up this week is this Hello Kitty amigurumi here. You may have seen me show you guys the head with the body. The other day I decided to finish it. So she has those hands and a very short feet. And I also embroidered her eyes along with the whiskers and nose. She has that very small bow on her head. That's quite cute. And I can maybe display her or maybe gift her to someone. So that is how it looks like. Compared to the Rayman is a bit taller, but the Rayman has a round head, so yeah. I can maybe turn this also to a backpack body. So those are the two amigurumis I was able to accomplish this week. For the Doraemon amigurumis, I'm gonna try to find a suitable plastic for it so it will have a cover so it wouldn't get dirty. So I'm gonna buy the right size of plastic for this because I think I should cover it and maybe spiff it up a bit with some labels or a ribbon of some sort. So that's gonna be my goal to buy that plastic and the fiber fill from Divisoria. But I'm gonna be working on this on the side so that I can complete the whole 50 pieces. And ate also ordered some outfit, the Rayman outfit for the baby. So I'm still to measure the statistics of the baby so that I can make maybe a hat and an outfit for him. I have been experimenting with the leftover yarns from I Love This Yarn and Red Heart, the variegated ones. So I experimented with some shaping. I want to try out a different shaping aside from just the round one. So this is how my experiment turned out. It turned quite cute and it looks like an avocado. Avocados from Mexico. I don't know if you're familiar with that song, but the kids usually play that and I hear that often. So it turned out like this. It also looks like a pear. So I'm thinking of maybe turning it into a fruit and putting some stem and leaves on it. And I really like how it turned out, so I decided to work on the other one, which is the retro stripe. So I think this is the fruity stripes. This is the retro stripes. It became smaller, but it's okay. I'm just experimenting with it. I really like how the colors turned out though. And then I have the other one. This one, I have some leftover of it. I still have some of this yarn there. But I wanted this one to be a capsule type one. So as you can see, I'm going to close it and it looks like a capsule. So I don't know if I'm gonna turn them into animal amigurumis, but maybe fruit type. So that is my experiments on the side. I'm looking for whips that are sleeping on my drawers to continue working on them, and I found this one that I started. Sometimes I forget that I have started these projects, but then I rummage my drawer and I see them. So this is the panel that I'm making with using some single crochets back and forth. And this is the Alice yarn, the Alice batik yarn. So I'm working on this and I'm thinking what type of project I'm gonna turn it into. I was aiming to turn it into a flat wallet, but now I'm thinking of maybe making it into a hook organizer. So it's still in the works. I'm still anticipating the length of it. But this is how the colors are turning out. It is really cool. I love Alice yarns, but then they are very pricey for me. I like the colorways and the texture of it. So I'm going to continue working on this and figure out what to do with it. And then I picked up the cotton yarn called Peaches and Cream, if I'm not mistaken. This is it. Miss Shirley gifted me 2 of this, and I have already made the other one. I have knitted the other one, and it is now sitting in my drawer and figuring out what to do with it. So I wanted something to work on when I am downstairs, and this is the last yarn that is sitting on my project bag. I have already made the other ones, so I wanted to make something else while I'm downstairs. So I started another project using these Peaches and Cream. So I decided to turn it into some type of small bag. So I have started it. The bottom part is made out of double crochet. I have double crochet in a oval type of way. And then I wanted it to be unique and intricate looking, so I decided to use the moss stitch. The moss stitch, it can be reversible. So this is the outside of it. And then when you flip it over, it creates this design. And I prefer this design rather than the inside. But for this, you needed to work on it inside out. Because when you're working on it, you see this part here. But then when you reverse it, yeah, you needed to crochet it on the back. So that you can create that design there. So I'm gonna work on this, and I don't know if it's gonna create a pulling effect. I think it is running sideways right now. I'm hoping that it will continue doing that. So that is gonna be a bag, and if ever this piece here is not enough, I still have some leftovers of the other one to use. And I also have another cotton yarn with a gray color to it, or a khaki color to it, that I can incorporate with this. So that is an ongoing project of mine. I have some small progress with the diamond painting, the koi one, but I'm gonna show you if ever I have a bigger improvement or progress with it. There are these parts there that I kinda got confused because there are 3 colors of green, but then they are side by side and the symbols look alike because the other color is letter P. It has a letter P symbol, and then the other green one is the letter R. So I'm kind of confused with it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to work on the easier bits first before working on the hard parts. Like there are also some parts there that have black and blue in it, which is side by side, so it's kind of confusing, but I'm gonna work on the parts that I can easily work on first, just like when you're having a test or an exam. You answer the easiest ones first before you go to the hard parts. So that's what I'm thinking of doing with my koi project, with my diamond painting project. This project that I want to share with you guys for this week is the Goku Plushie. I have shown you a diagram of it. So I'm in the process of working on the head part. As you can see, this is how I got so far. So I think I have a few more rounds to work on before cutting the string. The back part of this plushie is gonna have a pouch in it because the customer said that she's going to put a voice box at the back part of it. So For the other part, for the back part of the head, I'm gonna put a hole to put zippers in and a in invisible type of pouch that she can put the voice box in. So this is gonna be the Goku Plushie that is ordered from me. I'm still studying it, working on it at the side. I can't work on it downstairs. I needed to have a mindless type of project downstairs because I'm looking after Daniel. And so that is an ongoing project, and those are most of the projects that I want to share with you guys. So I'm gonna merge this one with the one that I have taken the other day. It's gonna be a regular podcast of mine. I took a privilege to make a video today because my ate is still at home. I don't know if she has been rescheduled, but I'm waiting for her so that I can go downstairs. I'm gonna let you guys go now. Any clips from the outside, I will put on the end bits of my podcast if you're interested to watch those, and maybe some slideshows of some pictures of my projects. And I deeply encourage you guys to be a member of my channel. It helps me a lot with my income and everything. I am saving up for a laptop, so that's what's been going on. I needed to have a laptop that I can use for my business. So I have been saving for that. I'm gonna let you guys go now. I hope you're having a fine day. This morning it's a little bit sunny. You can hear the birds chirping, and Mama is cooking laing by the kitchen. It's some leaves that you dry up and turn into a viand or ulam. And it is a little bit spicy, so we like that. So I'm gonna let you guys go now. Hope you have a crafty time, some family bonding time of sorts. So that's it from me. Bye for now.